Heidi the Ride is the GCI wooden coaster at Plopsaland de Panne, which is a clone of White Lightning at Funspot Orlando. I rode this coaster about 10 times in various rows back in January when I went to Plopsaland for the first time. So this is my quick review of Heidi the Ride. Okay, let's start out with the queue. The queue consists of multiple indoor switchbacks on two separate levels that were not used during my visit because it was always walk-on. After those, you walk into a pretty basic wooden coaster station which isn't really that special. Now, once again, I will give the word over to past me for the layout overview.
We dip out of the station and onto the chain lift. I forgot how tall it is. I forgot. Alright, train station. And we drop down on a left-hand turn. Right-hand turn. Double up. Double down. Into a 180-degree left-hand turn around. Bunny hop. Another bunny hop onto the structure. Yet another bunny hop. Right-hand and left-hand turn combination. Double down once again. Bunny hop. Right-hand turn. Bunny hop. And turn. Open to the brake pedal. I don't know if you heard any of this.
This coaster doesn't really do that much other than just being a fun wooden coaster for the whole family. The drop is pretty fun, especially in the back row, and so were all the hills that provided very weak airtime. The S-turn before the tunnel was pretty cool, but everything after that was just kinda meandering. So yeah, this layout isn't really intense, which makes this a very good family coaster and a great introduction into wood coasters. The ride always ran with 2 train operations during my visit, which always resulted in half of the train being empty. This was also the reason why this ride was always a walk-on. The ride uses the regular Millennium Flyer trains that are, as always, really comfortable. The ride also uses the usual restraints you find on Millennium Flyers, which I have nothing to complain about. The cars are also designed to look like a sled, and I think that looks pretty cool. One thing that I was really surprised by was how incredibly smooth this ride was. This coaster didn't have a single bump, rattle, jolt, basically no typical wooden coaster ride characteristics. It's for some reason
Smoothest coaster in the park, let's go!
I don't know how this is possible. Ride to Happiness had slight vibrations and Anubis the Ride had that one jackhammering moment on the top hat pull-up, but Heidi the Ride was 100% smooth. Not a single trace of wooden coaster ride. And that still blows my mind. This is the only reason why I made a review about this coaster, is just to rave about the smoothness of this coaster. I was honestly quite shocked how smooth this coaster ran. The theming was also pretty decent but not outstanding either. It was pretty loosely themed to the cartoon character Heidi, which comes from Switzerland. The buildings looked like very old Swiss houses that you can find in mountainous regions. The queue didn't have any deco other than the wooden switchbacks, and the station also had no theming. There was a little dark ride part at the end before pulling into the station, but I really didn't pay attention since I don't understand the French dialogue. So yeah, these were all my thoughts on Heidi the Ride at Plopsaland de Panne, the wooden coaster that is smoother than some of the steel coasters I rode. Anyways, this was just a little sort of filler video since my final exams are coming up and I have other stuff I need to do. If you like this video, I would be happy if you leave a like and subscribe for more content in the future when I have time to do that again. And with all that said and done, thank you all for watching. Swiss Coaster Enthusiast out.
Hey, are you Schwarzkopf fanboy?
Yeah, I'm a very famous YouTuber.